What is up, guys, and welcome to my first video of hopefully a little series, Road to Max. I'm basically going to take you through how to script. Each script I'm going to write 100%, so the bot, as you can see here, is a fresh account. There's only 43 where I was just testing settings earlier and making sure everything goes through. So I'm just going to show you how I would make a simple woodcutting bot. We'll go through in this video just how to cut a single tree, and then next video we will add in a GUI and a paint so you know what the script's doing on just a quick glance. Okay, so every script has to have a manifest. Just lay it out exactly. I'll have this in the description of the video so you can just copy and paste it in here. As you can see highlighted, the two strategies. We've got chopping and banking, and as you can see on the left hand side here we've got our pathway tree. We've got constants, which will be where we store our data for the script. We've got the core, which is basically the main function of the script, and we have the two strategies, which is banking and chopping. So we'll start off with chopping, and what we're going to do here is we're going to set the activate method. So in the activate method, this is every time this statement returns true, this part of the strategy will activate basically, and we will continue to do the execute method. So what we are going to look for, if the inventory dot is full, the exclamation mark preceding the inventory means if the statement isn't true. So if this inventory isn't full and the players dot get my players dot get animation equals -1. So the animation is, I don't know if I can show you this. So if I go to debug animation up here, let's see if I can show it down the bottom. You can see just here on the bottom right where it says animation -1. I'm just keeping it in the bottom so my username stays hidden. Don't want to get banned by Dreamscape. So yeah, animation up there in the top left. So this is saying when the animation equals -1, and when the inventory isn't full, do the execute method. In the execute method, we are going to declare a scene object. So scene object array, we're going to call the object or call the variable tree, and that is a scene objects dot get nearest. And here what we're going to do is we're going to quickly jump to the constants, and we're going to say public static int tree equals 1278, and I'm just going to click Control D to copy the line, say oak, change the value to the oak tree, which is 1281. Again, I went and got these values earlier just to speed up the video a little bit. So basically what we're going to do now is, when in the chopping, we're going to call the closest tree. So rather than typing out what the tree number is and what the ID is, what we can do is we can type constants dot, and it's already showing up here, so we're going to access constants dot oak, and that is basically how we're going to, that's just going to find the tree for us. So when it's found the tree, we're going to set up an if statement. So this is just like another activate method, but we're just going to say if the tree isn't equal to null, and the trees.length is greater than 0, then we're going to proceed with this activate method. So what we're going to say is tree the first in the array, which is the square brackets. The 0 means which number in the array. Dot interact option dot chop down. Next, we are going to tell the script to sleep whilst it is. I've imported the wrong thing, so time dot sleep new sleep condition. So a sleep condition is basically like another activate method. So we're going to say inventory dot is full. So when this is valid, so inventory is full, it will skip the timeout time and continue with the next thing that we have in the script. But because this is the end of it, that's all that we need to have written down. The next thing we're going to do is just take care of the banking. So we're going to say if the inventory dot is full, we are going to say, bear me 2 seconds, sorry. Right, we're going to say, we're going to declare the NPC because in Dreamscape the bank is just here. So he's an NPC banker. So what we're going to say is, just in exactly the same way we did with the scene object, we're going to declare the NPC. So NPC square brackets, and we're going to name him banker equals NPCS dot get nearest, and the value is 494. Again, if I wanted to, I would go into the constant, say public static int banker equals 494, and then I would simply just call that value rather than trying to have to remember the number each time. I would say constants dot banker, and that would work perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is set up the next if statement. So if banker isn't equal null, so basically saying if he's there, bankers dot length is greater than 0. So this is just checking that that the bank is actually in fact there. So we're going to say banker dot interact NPC NPCS bank. So that's going to bank next. Well, that's going to click him, and what we're going to do is we're going to say new sleep condition bank dot is open, and we're going to say give it 6 seconds just in case it's running around. If it returns true, so this is just checking if the interface is open. So if the bank interface is open, then skip the timeout, which is 6 seconds. So next we're going to say if bank dot is open, we're going to want to bank the logs that we've just chopped. So I know currently that the API is a little bit broken, so what we have to do is do a menu send action. So in order to do a menu send action, sorry about that, I don't know if how much you've been able to see. So basically you've still heard me, and hopefully you can see what it is now. So I lost my train of thought. So as you can see, if I clear the log, this will be the same if you use IntelliJ or if you use just debugging with the CMD. So what we're going to do is we're going to go menu actions, enable actions. This is basically just going to track every time I click, it's going to print out what action I did. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the bank, and we're going to just click this button, and you can see we've got the ID here. So we're going to say menu dot send action 646. I'm just gonna, I have this saved from last time, but 37 23 2202. I have missed one. So, okay. I think that's 23 comma. There we go. Right, so that's going to deposit all of the planks that we have. So we're going to add a new sleep condition. And we're just going to say if when the inventory is empty, sleep 4 seconds, waiting for it. This just accounts for anyone who's lagging or anything like that. And what we're going to do now is just bank close. So that's our first script. So we're going to compile this now. What we're going to do is open the module setting and just make sure that it's going to Parabot scripts compiled. So that's all working for me. Script, woodcutting local, and we are going to build. So this from the constants method, this constant is saying find the oak tree. So what we're going to do now is we are going to file run, find where it says, there we go. So that matches up with our core file. So version 1, yep. Start, and as you can see, the script is now gathering oak logs. This has been the first video of a series. So like I said, next script or next video will show you how to make a paint and a GUI for the script. If you have any questions or anything like that, leave a comment in the description below or on the thread. Hopefully these videos are going to get better each time I do them. I'm still learning how to, and I've now learned not to do the hotkeys for changing scenes on the numpad because I use it more than I think I do. I'll leave a short clip now of just the script running for a couple of minutes. Like I said, comment down below, message me on Slack, let me know what was bad, what was good, and what script you want to see once we've finished with our woodcutter. Peace.